Okay, hopefully you can see this. If not, then I'm just going to do this somewhere else. But I figured this was kind of cute where I'm at, and we can have a chat. Let's put this a little bit better, a little bit of a better distance. So, why? Why am I doing any of this? So 6 weeks ago, I finally left the UK for good. And I don't mean for good, because obviously I'm going to visit friends, to do things and, do jujitsu things and all that kind of stuff. But as my main home base, I am now technically homeless. And with that, there is a plan. And I haven't really told anyone online what my plan is. So you get to sit for the next 5 minutes or so. Basically, the plan is for me to travel around wherever, basically training jujitsu and understanding the entire spectrum of what is a great gym, a good gym, a mediocre gym, and potentially a bad gym. I don't think there's bad gyms, but there'll be short sightings in certain gyms, and there'll be, things that I've never probably even thought about in other gyms. So I want to experience all of that. And whilst I'm experiencing all of that, I also want to befriend a whole bunch of jiu-jitsu people, mainly women, but I really don't care as long as they're a purple belt. Because the plan is, as I go around, like 100 purple belts is the number I've given myself. And of course, brown belts and black belts, I'll befriend everyone, befriend the world. But the plan is, as we progress as purple belts into brown belts and into black belts, there will be a beautiful network, a community of people from 2024, 2025, who've all kind of come up together. And my whole idea is to hopefully connect everybody together so we can all kind of, obviously the common denominator is me. There's a reason. But ultimately, there's an international network, that isn't beholden to Instagram or Facebook or whatever. It's literally just people with numbers and email addresses, and we can contact each other. Now, why I'm doing this is because after I've traveled, I want to go back home to Kenya to settle. I don't know if I'm going to settle in Kenya. This might not happen in Kenya. This might happen somewhere else. But the plan is to go back home to Kenya, to settle a little bit, to open an affiliate, which I was so close to doing last year, to open an affiliate, to get more people training. As that happens, as I'm with my businesses and stuff, I want to buy land. And with buying land, I want it to be big enough so I have space to build my home, I have space to build a dojo, and I have space to build a guest house, as well as space for like tents and camper vans and stuff. So that's probably 5 acres. Yes, I am heavily influenced by my Montana experience with the Budokan family up in Montana, because it was perfect. Having a space you lived in, but having a space that was social, to bring people in, to have food together, to live in a community, to have a separate space for people to sleep, but also to have a place for people to train, and the beauty all around it. So that spoke to me so intrinsically, that I want to do it. That's the vibe I want. There is, however, a little bit more, because whilst all of that is set up and the idea is to have retreats, yoga retreats, meditation retreats, artist retreats, jiu-jitsu retreats, for sure. The idea is, with the Purple Belt Network, when we're all black belts, is to invite people back to Kenya, to my home, to teach seminars for, a very big group of people or a very small group of people, whatever. Because I'm also heavily influenced by the aesthetic that Roy Dean has with his dojos and just with the way he trains, and it's very beautiful. And I think the beauty and the technicality of jiu-jitsu and all martial arts, don't get me wrong, like capoeira is going to be in there, taekwondo is going to be in there, any form of tai chi and kung fu, when I get around to it, will be there as well, and eskrima, everything's going to be in there. But the aesthetic, the beauty, the calm that Roy Dean has, that I experienced in Montana, is something that I really feel is important for people to experience. So I'd like to build that and create a space for people to get that. Now the caveat with all of that is I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy crocheting and knitting. Have I had time to do it? No. But when I do it, I really enjoy it. I've got yarn and a couple of needles in my bag, and no doubt there will be times where I just will do it because it really calms the brain weasels. So I would also like to have a few alpaca live on my property as well. Maybe llamas, but I'm more kind of about the alpaca kind of thing. And with them, you know, I'd look after them. They'd be my babies. I'll obviously have dogs and cats, but like that'd be my babies, and they'll be looked after, loved, shaved regularly for their wool, and create alpaca garments. And these alpaca garments will not be, you know, readily available. They will be available to a certain select people who find them, who like them, who buy them, because they're handmade by me. Anything commercially made, you can go and find it, but these are handmade by me in moments where I have space and time to do it. And I'll probably do like maybe 20 garments a year, and even that's probably pushing it. So that's the big plan. That's the big idea. And ultimately, I could either do this in 360 days, I could do it in 180 days. I feel like 180 days is probably better. I hope you manage to kind of figure out and understand why I'm doing this. As with everything, it can change at any moment, wherever I go. Right now, I'm in Gran Canaria. I'm in Spain, and the plan is to move around Europe as it gets warmer. It's not really getting warmer, so to move around Europe for the next kind of month and a half, 2 months, to move around the US for 3 months as well. And then if I've done it between the US and Europe, I'll come back home to Kenya. If I feel inclined to carry on, then I might do 3 months in Asia, but I really don't think I'm in the right headspace to really enjoy Asia. And I don't think it will be 3 months. I really think I'll probably be there for half a year. So if I go back, make base, and then go back out again, I think that would be better. But yeah, if you've gotten this far, leave a comment below with what you found the most inspiring with this. That's it. I'm not editing this one. I mean, there's probably going to be a few jump cuts here and there, but minimal editing is where it's at. So thanks for listening. Subscribe if you haven't, liked if you haven't, and I will see you in the next video. Okay. Ciao, ciao.